Hey guys, welcome back to another War Thunder gameplay video. And today I'm flying out the new Hurricane. I think it's the Mk.IC. Anyway, it's the Sea Hurricane, and it has four 20mm cannons. So that's fun. As you can see, we're on the Korea map, so no point in being a naval plane here, but you know. And I think I've been climbing from the start pretty much, and I'm almost at the middle of the map, and I'm only at 2,000 meters, so that tells you something about this plane. It is slow, and it doesn't climb very well. But thankfully it has the guns to hopefully make up for that. As you can see, the friendly markers have some weird outline around them. I eventually managed to figure out what that was. I had my my friendly color set to a slightly lighter shade of blue than the default, and since the new patch it's decided that they should give that a white outline, and it looked horrendously bad, but I figured it out now. But for this match we'll have to put up with it. So there's a bunch of guys diving in here, so I figure I may as well dive in too. This plane is completely stock, so I want to get upgrades. And so I'm not going to fly super carefully these matches, I'm just going to try to get some kills. So lining up this lag, and my aim is terrible. Not used to firing with tracers anymore. Finally I start getting some hits, and there we go, critical hit. But he's still alive, I'm still missing. And there we go, killed him. There's a lag over here. I'm lining up a shot, but then I realize I think he's lost control, and yeah, he smacks into the mountain. So, there's a PE-3 coming in, and I may as well, I'm not afraid of going head on with this thing, because I have all the cannons. So, put some shots into him and then duck down. I kind of forgot though that the Hurricanes, if you nose down, their engine kind of stalls. So you gotta be careful with that. Got some hits on that PE-3, but nothing good. But I set him on fire here. And he's probably going down for that. I put a few more shots into him just to be certain. But he's still not down. And I'm starting to run out of ammo, so I don't want to waste any more. And here comes my heroes of a teammate to help me secure that kill, I guess. Thank you very much. So there's a few more Yak 7s over here. So I'm gonna take my pick. And let's see who is setting himself up to be the best target. It's probably this guy, Cat in the Hat. And here we go, he's pitching up, so I'll just wait until he's nicely lined up and then let him have it. There we go, critical hit, aircraft destroyed. And now I'm gonna head back to base because I'm out of ammo. I know there's a Yak somewhere. Oh, there he is. And he blows off my tail control. So, that's the end of my game. And you can see how low and slow I was, because this thing is just a very, very slow plane. As soon as you make any type of turn, it'll lose all its speed, and it'll take forever to get it back. So not exactly the strongest plane. I think we did eventually win this match. I watched it in spectator mode for a little while, but it was pretty boring. So we'll probably go to the next match right about now. So, my favorite part of these new British naval planes is that you get to take a carrier spawn on Hokkaido, so the carrier finally gets used. So, I'm revving up my engine, got my takeoff flaps deployed, turning away from the tower a little so I don't hit it. And there we go, we're off. Gear up. Wait until we have some speed. And then we'll retract the flaps. There we go. And now it's time to climb. This does kind of put you at a disadvantage because all your teammates will get into combat earlier, but it's cool because it's a carrier takeoff. And your teammates can act as a buffer. They'll engage the enemy before you do. So it's all good. So, and here you can see it in action. I'm climbing at about 200 kilometers per hour. This thing is so slow. It's really... a lot of enemy planes will outperform you, but people are blindly flying at low altitudes, so this plane can compete. If people were smart, I'd probably have a much harder time in this plane. But thankfully people aren't. Now usually I don't do videos on the recently released planes just because I generally don't grind fast enough to really get them in time. But these are low tier things, they were very easy to get. I used, what plane is that thing called again? The Boomerang Mark II, I think, for the first time ever. Because it gets premium bonus, I think, so that speeds up the grind a bit. And I had some boosters lying around, so that helped me get this plane unlocked nice and quickly. So, we'll be cutting ahead to the actual fighting soon. Because this thing, watching this thing climb is like watching paint dry. It's slow and boring. So, skipping ahead. And here we are above the action. We found some clouds. And we're still pretty low, almost at 3,000 meters now. And guess what? The P-51s and P-47s are all on sea level. Because reasons. It's not like they're flying high altitude planes, no. It kind of hurts to see all these P-47s and P-51s at sea level. It's not where they should be. These P-51s, by the way, are probably the new American ones, so they also have 4 20mm cannons. Well, not probably, I think they have to be, so. But the P-47s, they should be at higher altitude, they really should. F6F's down low also, and I think I'm gonna start going down now, because by the looks of it, everything's down low. I don't want to miss out on all the action, so I'm going in hot. I think we can see we have some Typhoon. And they also changed the order in the kill feed. So it says friendly shot down enemy. It used to say enemy shot down by friendly, so that's really been confusing me. I was going to go for this F6F, but as you can see, my teammate had a perfect shot at him and killed him before I could get there, so that's too bad. 820 coming in. Sure, I'll go head on with you. He has a lot of machine guns, but I have a lot of cannons. So I'm just going to take a burst at him from a nice distance. There we go, burst, 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 and then duck down. I took a few hits there. Thankfully it didn't do anything, but I blew him out of the sky. And now there's a P-47 coming in. Well, if he wants to play the same trick, I may as well. So again, same move, take a few shots, and then dodge. These dodging maneuvers are terrible, by the way, don't copy me. And yes, P-47 is turn fighting. Turn fighting P-47s at sea level. This is what I like to see when I'm flying anything else but Americans. So I'm gonna put a few shots into this guy. I think, is he also carrying bombs? Probably. But my teammate gets him. It's all good. I think someone already blew off his tail. There was no critical on him though, but... And I think that's pretty much every enemy killed. I think there's one more guy over there with these other guys. And that was the last guy. So I really haven't gotten to see what this plane can do, because all the matches have just been extremely derpy, extremely short, and not full of a lot of skill. And there's the confirmation, hostile team has lost all its vehicles. So yeah, things aren't... Oh, look at that, the enemy team got absolutely annihilated. So, maybe we'll take a look at the results screen, see if we learn anything from that. Beautiful Canberra in the background. There we go. So I earned 6,800 RP and 70,000 lines, but that's because I was using a 300% RP booster and a 500% Silver Lions booster. I had those lying around and they were about to expire. So that's enough to get me a few upgrades. I got the cannon upgrades, and also gets me quite a bit of the way to the Firefly, so that's nice. And this is the third and final game. It's even derpier than the others. I dive down onto this A20, but as you can see, he's fast. And this plane isn't. So I'm thinking about just leaving him, but I thought whatever, I'll put a few shots into him. As you can see, nosing down kills the engine a bit, but put a few shots into him from a distance, see if I get lucky. There we go, got some hits. He has elevator damage apparently, but some more hits, but I mean he's way outside my range, and he's starting to shoot at me, so I'm gonna break off. And then one little burst sets me on fire, so that's just great. Thankfully the fire goes out almost instantly. Not mad at him, so I put a few more shots at him, but there's no point. I'm gonna have to go back to base. And I thought this is a great excuse for me to test out a carrier landing on this thing. If I can make it back there without my engine dying first. Sadly, this Corsair is gonna prevent me from achieving that plan because I have to engage him. So, Corsair, he's running, and I can't catch up to that. Corsair is too fast for me. I am very slow plane. And my engine's dying, so I want to go back to base. If he's gonna fly away to sea, then I'll go back to the base. But if he wants to fight me, I'll put up a fight as much as I can with this damaged plane. So honestly, this plane kind of feels it's decently fun to fly. It's got the 4 cannons, so if you get someone in your sights, it's pretty likely that they'll die. But performance-wise, it's very, very unexceptional. And if enemies would play smarter, they could probably beat you into the ground. So it's a decent enough plane to fly a few times, but it's definitely probably not going to be one of my favorites, just because I don't know, it doesn't perform well enough. There's not much skill you can use with it, kind of. So I noticed that my engine is actually holding together pretty well. It's only like light pink or whatever, so I decided I'll help this guy with the Corsair. So flying straight that way, and he seems to be coming towards me. And if he wants to go head on with me, I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, my plane is pretty damaged anyway. I really didn't care at this point. And with my 4 20mm cannons, I'm probably going to win a head on. And here he comes. He's turning towards me, and he's coming straight at me. I'll take that. So again, pretty far range, take a burst, and I set him on fire. Pull up and avoid any incoming fire. And he's probably going down. Yep, he's burning. And he's dead. But now there's some P-38s coming in. So I'll fly towards the base, but if they come to chase me, well, you know the recipe. Head-on thunder. Greatest tactic in the world. Best gameplay ever. So their P-38 shoots down our boomerang. So that's not good. And that means they're probably going to be coming towards me pretty soon. And my teammate here. And there's 2 of them, so I'm pretty sure the inevitable is incoming. And this P-38 down low seems to be making a beeline straight towards us. So it's time for that age-old tactic of honor. It's the head-on. I really don't know why he accepted the head-on. All he had to do is pull up, loop over me, and kill me. He can see that I have a damaged engine, and that I'm probably not performing as well as I could be. But he still goes for the head-on, so I kill him. He damages both my wings, that's right, and this P-38 is coming in. So I'm going to make it difficult for him. I'm flying low, and I'm going to fly a little bit sideways, so I'm not presenting a big target. He gets me, but he also hits the ground, so decent trade. 2 P-38s down. That allows my teammates in the Spitfire to land and get off the ground again. And I have no idea how this game ended. I think we won it eventually, but I didn't stay around to watch it. So that is the Sea Hurricane with cannons. It's not a very good plane. It's decent because of the guns, but the flight performance is terrible. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.